What's going on, everyone? It is Friday, August 15th, and this is episode 14 of the Micro Galaxy Squadcast, the bi-weekly-ish show, bi-weekly-ish show dedicated to all things Micro Galaxy Squadron. Tonight we're weighing in on the Premium Falcon. Celebrations X-Wings have landed, and a user-submitted topic. Kevin of Kevin's Microfleet is here to help me do just that. Hello, Kevin. We're not just talking about Vision's X-Wings tonight. We're going to give one away.
That's right.
Giveaways
Hello, everybody.
are back. You guys love them. We love doing them. And the Squadcast coffers have been temporarily refilled.
Yes, they have been. Yeah, we have a lot of great members out there who have sent some stuff to give away. So we've got one giveaway for sure tonight. We may sneak in a second depending on what's going on. But yeah, thanks everybody for tuning in. There it is. The Vision set. That's what's
Now,
going to be.
Kevin, I haven't seen this necessarily mentioned.
Yeah.
And really, this is the first time I'm playing with this in hand.
Mm-hmm.
What a nice touch for the Star Wars Celebration Tokyo Visions release.
Mm-hmm.
I go to open this.
And it's backwards.
Nothing here. It is backwards. As it
That's
should
exactly
be.
right.
They thought of everything. What a nice touch. That I was like, am I crazy? Is this a slipcase? No. And then I realized it opens backwards like a Japanese book would. So very, very cool.
That is
Full
right.
of nice little details. But yes, we will be giving that away. And actually, I think we have a twofer tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Next episode, the exact same duo for giveaways.
Mm-hmm.
So if you guys are on here and you're really hoping to land a Visions X-Wing, and you've had such a tough time with the Amazon link, as we all have, there's always next episode.
That's right.
And who knows, maybe people will continue sending them in. You guys are absolutely amazing. And I am really, really excited to give these away. Kevin?
Yeah.
It's been, I say bi-weekly-ish because it's been about 3 weeks this time.
Mm-hmm.
How have you been?
I've been hanging in, man. Hanging in, rock and roll. Ready for this next series to drop. It was great to be able to get the Falcon in hand finally. That premium version is pretty sweet. So we're going to chat through that tonight, obviously. But
absolutely,
that was pretty nice. Yeah, I've had a flurry of review videos to do, which has been great to get back to that, where I've had a dry spell there for about 3 or 4 weeks. It's funny to see the views ticker just keep going down. It's like this kind of a slow decline, and then it's straight down. But then once I got something on there, it popped right back up. So
suddenly, yeah. Funny how new content, new products will do that.
Absolutely.
But in this lull between waves, there's been some cool stuff hitting.
Yeah, there has been.
Very, very fun. Hopefully they can continue that. I would love, even if the retail side doesn't see something big in between a wave, that's where Vault ought to be able to step in and really keep the community engaged and excited. I don't know how much thought and logistical planning has to go into what product goes out what month, as long as they've got the marketing images and it's in the warehouse. It seems like that maybe doesn't have to be a 4-month long decision. Maybe you could kind of play with things here and there. And if it feels like there's a pretty big lull, let's move something like the Falcon set in between those waves and give at least the hardcore fans something to be excited about. But
totally
very glad that this thing has dropped, and I'm excited to crack it open.
Yeah, have you opened yours yet?
I have not. So
nice.
Last week I was on with Steve on his unboxing show on a Saturday before last, I believe, and we spent about 2.5 hours of him unboxing many of the things we'll be unboxing tonight. But
Nice.
really, really fun. DL44 Network, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Check out his show, You Need It. Every weekend he goes on and unboxes more of his boxed Micro Galaxy collection. So he is slowly working his way through his whole collection and getting them free from their plastic prisons.
Nice. That's
Very,
great.
very fun. So I have been through a lot of this. We went through a lot of it very thoroughly, I would say, but I wanted to get on here and at least for the Squadcast purposes, for posterity's sake, have a video where we can kind of unbox and compare these new releases, look at some of the differences, and really get out there why this Falcon is so good.
Yeah. I would
assume
agree.
you agree. I'm going to be honest, Kevin. Your Falcon video, been a busy week. I have not watched it yet, so I don't know your.
You can do it, man.
We actually haven't even talked about it, so I'm curious your thoughts on it. I'll be finding out in real time how you feel about it. But
I think it's awesome.
It should be fun.
I think it's awesome. So I'm excited to dive into it here very shortly too. But before we get to that, we got some. Are we doing peg warning?
So do we want to open the giveaway? Did you get that? Were you able to get that ready in my fairly short intro?
The giveaway. Let me see here.
For the just so people can open for entries.
Okay. Let me put this in here.
If it's not ready,
spell it right.
Totally fine. We can go straight to peg warning.
Okay, got it. We're up.
So, it's open.
It's open.
Okay, and the hashtag for this now, since it's been several episodes, I will say, what you'll do here is go to chat on either channel we're broadcasting on, Micro Galaxy Squadron on YouTube or Kevin's Microfleet on YouTube, and use the hashtag Double Vision. Right, Kevin? Is that what we did?
Double Vision. DOUBLEVISION.
Hashtag Double Vision. As always, you can only enter one time. Capitalization does not matter. So I am seeing them come in now. Good luck to you all. And we will remind you and some of the people that, what's up, D. Sertle? What's up, Levi? Lots of familiar names in here. Chrissy, what's up? DC Metro. All kinds of good people hanging with us tonight. We're growing. We were at 30-something here a couple minutes ago, and now we're up to well over 50. So as people hop on and join us, we'll remind you a couple times about the hashtag there. And after a segment or two, maybe we'll draw a winner here.
Yep.
But until then, it's been 3 weeks.
We're moving up.
What has been happening on the pegs, Kevin?
Yeah, so gosh, man, it's been so long since we talked about this. It's hard to remember what's happened, but certainly Amazon has had some sales. I can't remember if we talked about that last time, where that was like the Amazon Day or whatever, and they dropped.
So yeah, we mentioned a couple of those sales that they had for Amazon Day, and the T6 had kind of hovered around $23, something like that, and Amazon Day. But after Amazon Day, we've continued to see some of these guys pop up on sale, which is cool.
Yep, there's been kind of a spattering of them. I think the Ghost set, the Secret Mission set, was down to, was it 84, 74?
Less. I think it actually went all the way down to around $75.
Nice. Yeah, that's a good price for that.
I think that was cheaper than Prime Day.
Yeah. Yes, for sure. Because I think Prime Day was only down to like 85 or something.
Yeah, but I was in the middle of something, and by the time I saw a message, somebody letting me know that it was on sale, it had already, after a few hours, had jumped back up to that $80 range.
Yeah.
$84. So
I mean, even
if you were
still
one
at
of the
that
lucky
cost
few
is
that
good.
morning, you got a $75 secret mission ghost, which is amazing. What an awesome deal. Kind of a premium paint scheme in its own right, right?
Correct. Yeah, the painting of the interior is pretty cool. Not quite as detailed as the Falcon, but certainly better than the standard version in
Yeah.
terms of the paint job. Um, but
The T6
uh-huh.
went all the way down to $18.
Okay, yep.
Absolutely insane. So there are some great deals to be had. I think the Y Wings popped back up for $10. So there's been some nice deals. Just watch the Facebook groups, watch the usual social channels for those deals. As the next wave is about to hit, a lot of these retailers like to clear out space and make room for them. So we
Yeah, the
will
one thing
be
we
the
don't have on
beneficiaries
here
of those moves.
is the Target clearance. So there was a ton of Target clearance. It could have been even after we were on last. Starfighters were down 50% off, which is pretty sweet. It seems like they've moved out pretty much everything except for the shuttle Tinerium, and I have seen a couple of the TIE Reapers, but not very many of them in the store.
Same.
In Target. But yeah, the funny thing about Target now that they're not carrying it, I've got no reason to go into Targets anymore. So
You lucky man.
I know.
I'm still wasting my time going in for other lines and things like that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, it's
The
been
same
nice to not
old,
have to worry about it.
It's not a singular experience to Microgalaxy. The just sheer disappointment of the hunt over and over and over again. I think I messaged you guys the other day. I was in a different part of town, about 45 minutes away. Thought I'd hit all the stores in that area. Hit the famous DD's discounts. Nothing there.
Nope.
And
there was a couple things there.
A couple things.
One little
Nothing.
corner, one end cap that had
nothing
few
anybody
items on
wants. That was a wild experiment. Experience is weird and kind of depressing as Ross can be sometimes. At least Ross has things on the shelves. This was like if Ross was in the middle of going on a business sale. So I won't be doing that again, I don't think. But yeah, new part of town, new stores that aren't on my usual trail. Same old disappointment, just across the board. Not Microgalaxy, but everything I was looking for. Just very, very sad these days. I don't know what it is about getting new product onto shelves that's tough these days, but it's everybody. I don't know what it is.
The one thing that is nice that Walmart has done actually is rolled out the collector like display that's out in the middle of the aisle.
Yeah,
which is really cool. I have a feeling that it's going to be empty a lot of the time because
and I've seen a lot of photos of them, and they're 70% empty. It's like so my store did a some of these aisles in Targets, they have it's kind of an end cap, but it's really just a small, there's nothing on the end, but there's a small section on either end of an aisle. This was that new collector section, and I don't even know if it's all Hasbro or not, but it was fairly stocked with new Hasbro stuff, which was cool to see. I think there's Ayla, the Magna Guard, some new Transformers and things like that. Pretty cool, and that felt like the appropriate size for what was out there. I've seen a lot of pictures of this long aisle, and it is very, very empty. So I don't know if that's somewhat. I don't know. I'd be curious to find out if that's just a Hasbro deal that they've bought, or if it's something with Disney. I don't know if there's a chance of seeing Microgalaxy on those, but
well, there were some dolls on there on like the front of the end cap, which is the one I almost walked right past it because it had dolls, like zombie dolls or something like that.
Okay.
For like I'm guessing for like little girls. And then I went around the side of it and I was like, well, wait a second. Because I saw the display up top that had the figures in it. and I went around
Sure.
the other side, and then it had a lot of the stuff. But I mean, it's a scalper's dream when you walk up there and you see like 6 of everything, and you can just grab it all at once. So
Uh-huh.
I think that's what's been happening a lot. And I wonder whether or not it'll be a situation where they'll actually restock it because now those are empty, and then they're going, all right, well, let's get more of these to fill it out. I sure hope that they do, because I think that that's a great idea. Great idea in principle. The only challenge is the scalpers, because they're going to go in there and get everything, and then most of just the regular people that go by won't have a chance. But we'll
And
see.
I think it's also another example of not freaking out too soon when we
Hmm.
see SKUs or pegs disappear, because you
Hmm.
never know when something like that is going to pop up.
Sure.
The craziest thing by me was the Target
Hmm.
that is nearest me that I go to all the time. It's one of the Targets that has a pretty large Disney section,
Yeah.
like the Disney store section. For the first time, maybe ever, it's been a long, long time. I can't even remember what it was like before this. They moved all of the Star Wars stuff from the Disney store section back to the other toy aisle.
Hmm.
So they've taken the Star Wars mini aisle that was in the
Hmm.
Disney section and swapped it with Marvel. And now all of
Interesting.
the Marvel and comic stuff is in that Disney store section.
Hmm.
And you got to go back to the normal toy aisle for Star Wars. So,
Yeah.
kind of interesting moves, And again, we've talked about this on several episodes, but I don't think it's
Oops, sorry about that.
whatever interesting stuff is going on there with the pegs and everything like that. It's not just a micro galaxy thing.
Yeah.
They've moved. They're trying all kinds of stuff. So they've
Hmm.
punted Star Wars, the brand, to the other toy aisle, and now they're trying out that there. So I think retailers are just, they're throwing everything at the wall and seeing what sticks.
Yeah. Well, I certainly think it's a great idea. It would be nice to see, just more stuff, more replenishment of that after that first wave gets picked up by all of the scalpers and whatnot.
Now, I continue to see tons of posts about
Hmm.
this. Speaking of the Walmart aisles,
Yeah.
have you found anything new in your Walmarts? Because I keep seeing posts of the Sys tanks showing up, which is amazing. I haven't found any yet,
Yeah.
but
No, I haven't seen any either.
yeah,
I haven't
it
seen, I've
feels very
seen
common.
one uh, in the past 2 waves. Well, actually, I take that back. I saw a bunch of Night Brothers, but in this past wave, I've seen one Z95 in stores. One. And the box was destroyed. So I picked it up, but
Of
that
course,
was yeah, that was it. And but no, I haven't seen any tanks. There have been replenishments for sure,
yeah,
but it's all
absolutely.
commons. It's all commons. And typically, though, the one thing that is nice about the commons is they're not the international ones. So now I've found,
You're talking about specifically your stores, what you're
correct,
seeing
yeah.
there. Yeah.
It's the common US version that has the peg hook
Hmm.
on it versus it being like a full.
And again, this is the same thing we've seen for the last couple waves now, where
Mhm.
no confirmation of this, but it does feel like Vault is taking the first 1,500 of those off the production line,
Mhm.
and then they're making their way into the case assortments.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can figure out is happening here, because this is the third wave now, maybe we've seen, where there's no chases in that first massive push for a new
Yeah.
series,
Yep. It's all
and then
commons.
cases start trickling out 2 months
Mhm.
later that have those chases in them. So really interesting.
Yeah. Yep. Walmart has been pretty consistent with that. I know when Target started to release them too, it was mostly commons, probably 80% commons, and then a few spatterings of rares, but no chases. And
Yeah.
then yeah, now that we're getting to Walmart, it's been the same. It's the first 2 or 3 cases are all commons, and then you start to see the rares come in, and then if those get bought up, then the chases come. I hope they don't continue to do that. I hope they just start to sprinkle some of that
Yep.
stuff out there in the beginning. That would
Well,
certainly be
and
nice.
because, like you mentioned, if those commons don't sell through,
Yeah, you never
your
get
store
them.
may not see those later cases that have the rares or chases in them.
Yeah. Yep. Agreed. Yeah,
But
so
in
same thing
general,
with your
not a whole lot going on
No,
as
not a
we
whole
wait
lot
for the
going
next
on.
one.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Walmart does here with the ATTE and the Ghost. Because they've had now T6 discounted at $24 for, I don't know, a month and a half, 2 months. But if you're looking at the ATTE, I mean, the ATTE is one that you could definitely get a ton of them and army build those.
Yeah.
At $20. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that we get a steep discount on the ATTE coming up soon.
If those hit a great clearance price, I think those are going to go fast.
Yeah,
But
super
yeah,
fast.
like we've mentioned several times, they were the late to the party. They're the ones stuck holding the bag.
Yep.
I think everybody that wanted one has kind of grabbed one at this point, and maybe at a discount. So
Yeah.
Unfortunate for Walmart in that regard, but we can go ahead and move this up. Emails have gone out about the ARC 170, and potentially Walmart will be first to the party with the ARC 170, as it says August 23rd. For a lot of people that pre-ordered it, there is when they are going to ship out. So,
yeah,
next episode, there's a chance we
see
might
if
have
that
ARC
happens.
170s in hand.
Well, let's see.
And that would be really, really cool. Yeah, let me pull up the calendar real quick and see. Yeah. Next episode, we should get them that weekend, and then have them in hand for that Tuesday.
Let me see whether or not it still says the 23rd. Although I rarely hold my breath on anything with Walmart, because I had the one Spirit Spider on pre-order, and it was supposed to ship out like the 5th of August or something like that. And then I started seeing those displays come up, and it was up there. It was on the displays, and I was like, oh man, you can get that in stores. And then it got pushed back. So even though they're all in stores, it got pushed back another 2 weeks. And I went to the store that was near me, and they had it. So
remember the T6? They were
the T6
first
pre-ordered
to
the T6
pre-order,
and never even shipped.
And by a mile, the last to ship those out. So across the board and historically, pre-ordering at Walmart is gambling. It is just an absolute gamble.
Absolutely.
If you like to live life on the edge and maybe get something before anybody else, or maybe just rage and be in a panic because you didn't pre-order anywhere else, you go with Walmart.
Yeah, it was funny when they came out. I pre-ordered from all major retailers, all the same thing, the Reaper and the Arc. I already have a flight stand prepared for that, so I'm ready to go. As soon as I see first reports of that thing coming out, I'm going to be posting that up on the Etsy page. So,
yeah, man, fingers crossed that 23rd date holds. I know people are super, super excited. That ought to be one of the better selling, I would think, that ought to be one of the better selling ships in the line. Winner of last year's fan vote.
Yeah, it's funny. You'd think that. I was thinking the same thing with the ATTE. I was like, man, that thing is going to just fly off the shelf. And although it's $40, so
yeah.
I mean, maybe if it was $10 less, if it was the same cost as the T6 when it came out, I think it probably had a better chance at 30.
I'd love to see something from the original trilogy after all this, Clone Wars and the TIE Reaper and all that. So I still have my summoning circle for the sail barge. We'll see. Kevin.
Yes. Cool.
We've received gifts from the vault in the last few weeks with these beautiful Falcons.
Yeah.
But we still don't know if we're going to be back on track or if they're going to play games with us. I would love to start seeing a release every month again. I don't know where we're at on that. But in the meantime, they have blessed us with another nostalgic commercial for the upcoming Series 9.
They have. You're absolutely right. Yeah. And this was a bit of a surprise. I saw this pop up and
so it's funny.
thinking,
somebody on Facebook had mentioned seeing a new commercial, and I'm like, what are they talking about? That commercial's got to be a year old.
Yeah.
And apparently, I think this has been run on YouTube. So that they've actually added this as an ad on YouTube videos. I don't know if it's shorts or what, but they finally posted it to their Instagram feed today, and it is it's a straight just Series 9 commercial. But it's always great. I love it. Like, I instantly get sucked back to like the early 90s when I see these, It's like I'm home from school, I'm watching X-Men or Batman animated series, and the toy commercials come on, and they're so fun. It's like, I think they kill it with these. I know some people are like, kids don't play with these. But I love, regardless
like there were
of
a couple
that,
kids playing with them in the commercial.
Yeah, these actors play with them,
right?
But they're fun. I love them. I'm going to attempt to screen share and maybe play this video. Let me check my tab first, see if I'm all good. This is let's see. I'm going to hit present, I believe. Is that right?
Yep.
Or present. We're going to do a little screen share.
While Cole is doing that, hashtag double vision in order to get in for the drawing. If you haven't put that in yet, hashtag double vision. We've got 50 entries in there so far. We got 78 here on the show right now.
Kevin, how are we looking on here?
On where?
On my screen. Want to pull that up?
I don't see
I've
it.
done it. I've done it for you.
Gotcha.
I'm going to pull it up and try to play audio, but if you haven't seen this is super fun. Let's take a look.
With the Star Wars Micro Galaxy Squadron, larger than life action. A galaxy of vehicles in the palm of your hand. Star Wars Micro Galaxy Squadron by Jazzwares. Choose your side. With the Star Wars Micro Galaxy Squadron.
Love it.
Larger than life action. A galaxy of vehicles in the palm of your hand.
Got an indoor vibes.
Star Wars
here.
Micro Galaxy Squadron by Jazzwares.
Indoor vibes. I love those, man.
Yeah, for sure.
So
yes,
good. Whoever's idea that was. Let's keep doing those. I don't know how much those cost, but I think they're worth it.
Razor Squadron, it is double vision, as in DOUBLE vision instead of vision.
Oh
vision,
no!
so.
Hopefully people haven't been leaving vision.
Yeah.
It is like the song. I'll tell you what got me today. I spent a little bit of time making a post about the episode tonight.
Yep.
And used the song Double Vision.
Nice.
Because it was offered to me via Instagram. And after posting, Instagram did not like that I had used that song and took the posts down.
Oh no!
Super weird thing that has not happened to me yet. So now I'm not sure I want to use music on my posts anymore. They push you to use music. I don't know if you've seen this, Kevin. Instagram says, "Hey, more people will see this if you put music to this." But I'll tell you no one's seeing it if they take it down because you put music to it. So I don't know what they're doing. Hashtag double vision, like the song. You could win this. It's super cool. It opens backwards.
It does.
Love it. Love it. Love it. We will give that away very soon.
Somebody just brought this up in here. The other thing we do have coming, which is actually one day earlier than the ARC, is supposed to be the vintage AT-AT, which is supposed to be I've got on here August 22nd.
Is that what your order shows?
That's what my order shows, yeah.
Yeah. So who knows,
see.
man? We need a DC Metro to get on that and check and see if that's like in the system. If it looks like some are on the way, check the shipping data, as some of you sleuths do from time to time. We need to see if those are actually on the way. I'm pretty curious. I would be shocked if it actually has gone away. I mean, if something behind the scenes had changed with that release, my guess is they would have sent out emails saying, hey, this release has changed. Your pre-order's been canceled, something like that. So I don't think there's any reason to have concern. But for whatever reason, I've seen people mention that because the page went down. But they're a little concerned about it. I think it's okay.
Agreed.
If
yes,
it's
sorry
a week
to steal
from Friday or so and you've heard nothing, maybe no updates, then maybe a little concern.
Yeah, sorry for stealing the thunder there on the end of the video, but that's very cool. I mean, I love the fact that they're doing that and they're actually getting that out there.
So I think the biggest question is, does this mean why now? And does this mean that Series 9 is about to ship, or they think it's about to ship?
I sure hope so.
I do too.
That would be very cool, considering everything was shifted to October. Although it was mentioned in the live stream reveal of the line when they showed it off that it was going to be in August. So it's possible that we see this here towards the end, although it probably would have been better to hit it like right now when school is starting and everyone's kind of going to the store a lot. But
I'm ready for it, man. I'm ready for that Defender, man. Seeing them scoot that little TIE Defender across the jungle.
Yeah, I'm interested to see the TIE Defender with it fully painted, because I've got one that's obviously not painted, and so being able to see one that is, I think it's going to look way better than
they
than
look
what my
nice.
expectation is. Yeah,
it was just nice seeing all that new product in video like that. It's not in hand, but there's something different about seeing it in motion, different angles, kinetic, versus just a still from a photo.
And look at how big the AT-DP is. It's kind of crazy. I mean, it's bigger than the Defender.
Yeah, my guess is this is Photoshop, so the actual size may not be.
I mean,
totally
it looks
accurate.
like they're all put in there.
But yeah, AT, man, we've said this before, dude. This is such a good wave.
It really is.
The Defender is amazing. Look at that tiny little cloud car. That's gonna look so cool on the shelf. And the AT-DP is just awesome. I can't wait to get a couple of those on the Rebel
the cloud
shelf.
car can't be sitting on the shelf by itself. It's got to have a flight stand, which I'll have actually on my Etsy page too. So, you'll be able to check that out. That'll be up and ready to go by the time those hit.
With the Empire Strikes Back Slave 1 that was also on sale. We forgot to mention that. That was also on sale for $25, I think. So about $10 off there it hit. So as that one creeps down, hopefully anybody who was on the fence about that one picks that up, because I think that is the de facto Slave 1 to have in the line. It's amazing, and I love little Carbonite Han. That tiny little Carbonite Han is awesome.
Yep.
And his tiny little stand. Tiny stand. It's got to be the smallest. Is it the same one?
It's the same one for Grogu.
Yeah. Great reuse of that one. Yeah, that was so good. Now, Kevin. Jordan Blaney wrote into the show, as any of you are able to do, at microgalaxysquadcast@gmail.com. And he said, hey, I think it would be cool to know what you would do for vault releases through the end of the year. I believe 5 months left in the year.
Mm-hmm.
What would be your vault releases? And, I think if you're being realistic,
yeah, is this
it's pretty easy
a one
to assume.
question or a what do we think is actually going to happen?
I don't know if it was necessarily a dream scenario for that.
Yeah.
I don't think we're talking like dream scenario, but I do think it's pretty obvious that 4 of the releases can and should be the 4 vault sets we've seen. So we've got Light Armor and Starfighter for Series 8 and Series 9. I would love to see those just hit right there in order.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the closer we get to the holidays, we've got 1 month left. So that leaves, in my mind, some kind of extra item to pull in there. I don't think we would have any chance of seeing another box set by the time we get to December, in terms of a collector's box, obviously. My hope is that the closer we get to the holidays, maybe this would be a good November release, and we could have it in hand potentially by Christmas, would be a new early bird premium deco version of an upcoming ship. The only problem is, when is Series 10 hitting,
Yeah.
Because if Series 9 drops next week and all of a sudden Amazon starts shipping these things, early autumn, there could be a chance we could see a little holiday Series 10. I don't know. It's not feeling that way right now, but I would love that to be the case. So my question to you is, what upcoming release would you love to see as that early bird premium deco release on Vault?
Of the stuff that we know is coming that we don't currently have.
Right. We're being somewhat realistic here.
So there's 2 that I could think of right offhand that would be really sweet. So although actually, Cole, you know what? We talked about this last time when they did that, the reveal at SDCC, where they were talking about the ATTE set, the Vault set, the blue one, blue ATTE. So I wonder whether or not that could be something that's coming. And I would imagine that would have all updated deco on the interior as well.
Kevin, per the slide for that price point.
Yeah.
I hope it is painted to the nines.
Yeah, here it is.
That makes the most sense if they have a battle set. That could be a holiday set. But again, just my personal preference would be for one of these other reveals as an early bird.
Yeah. Now, that being said, the thing that I would love to see, oh man, it's tough. I've got 2, maybe 3. Yeah. Let's go 3, because I think this would be fun to do 3. So the first one would be the Elite TIE Defender, the red version.
Oh, no.
Instead of the yellow version, which would be awesome to actually have 2 figures with it, although you can't fit 2 figures inside of it. But if you got Ezra and Sabine with that one, that would be pretty sweet.
I thought you were going to say Thrawn.
Oh, yeah, Thrawn would be good. But I think I'd want to save Thrawn for a slightly different ship, which we'll talk about later. So I would say that one would be really cool. The other one would be the Clone Wars Y-Wing. If we got that one with some premium deco, since we know that we're going to be getting the blue version, which looks like it'll probably be like a common. If we got, the one with Anakin maybe. Or finally, This would be my thought. And I hope I don't steal all your thunder because I want to hear what you have.
Yeah,
Is
just running
this
through the
bad
line.
boy?
Oh, that is what I was going to say.
Yeah.
That has such a. Hopefully, they've kind of recreated the vibe of that cockpit. That cockpit does feel really large. Like it almost feels like shuttle-sized interior. I think there's a lot with the deco they could do on that interior that would be fun. Hopefully that's not just a hatch that opens up and it's just a seat. I would love for that whole top to come off and you see
that would
the
be really
actual
cool. Yeah, like the interior.
whole interior there.
Yeah.
They could do a lot with the deco there. That was definitely one of my choices. The other thing I think is very reasonable because we've seen something extremely similar to this would be an early bird premium version of the Magna Guard Starfighter.
Gotcha.
So
that would be one way to reuse that for sure.
Yeah, that's something I think would make a lot of sense in their minds to really to do that kind of release. It's very similar to what they did with the Torrent, very similar to what they did with the
Geonosian
Starfighter. Again, man, weird that we haven't seen the Geonosian Starfighter in quite a while. It's kind of strange. My guess is maybe that'll show up here in Series 10. But yeah,
let's hope.
That's another one that's kind of strange. We've got Hera's B-Wing, and there's no, at least as of yet, we don't know what's going on with that Geonosian Starfighter. So, like we mentioned last episode, I think it feels like we need to jump on these Vault releases because I don't know that it's a guarantee that we're going to see those on retail shelves at least anytime soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, we could say anything. I'd love to see a sail barge on Vault, but I think those are, Jordan, that is what I think I expect to see.
Yeah.
Would be those 4 boxes that we've seen at Celebration and now Comic-Con. And either that ATTE Plows Battalion set or an early bird release with premium deco. I would love either one of those. And I think that's a good lineup. People have been asking quite a bit about those Series 8 box sets. So hopefully we're back on a monthly basis now. I did see someone say, no, they can take a break. My wallet can't handle it. Luke Malone here. Keep the vault locked a bit longer. I already spent too much money. I certainly get that feeling. Lots of people in chat also throwing out they would like a premium deco release of the ARC 170. And to that I say yes, but also like they did with the Torrent where there's a slightly different version of it. It's not just a painted cockpit, but all of a sudden, this is like side by side. It's very clear that this is a different ship. It's not the exact same fighter.
Yeah, I am. It's great to see some of these vehicles from Clone Wars come out because there are so many versions of them you can do. Same thing with the AAT tank, the droid tank. I mean, there are so many different versions of that you can do that are in Clone Wars. The LAT, we've gotten a ton of them, but we need the ones with the closed door and the shorter gun. And we need the LAATC as well to be able to carry the ATT.
I see. Yeah, people bring that up very often. I know that's something people really want. Hopefully
I feel like that's got to be a semi miss right now on not having that out there if they have it close to being ready.
You would think. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that it can scale. That's a larger. I mean, it's got to be larger than the ATTE.
Yes,
somewhat.
It is larger for sure. So I've got a version of it.
You're talking 3D... Dreadnought, right? It's got to be Dreadnought.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. Dreadnought. I've got a 3D printed version of it that I got from one of our friends that was actually purchased from another friend that got it from another friend. So it's made its rounds. It finally got back to me, but it's pretty big, and it does not really fit. So it's got, even at the size that it is, it needs to be a little bit bigger than what it currently is to be able to fit the ATTE underneath it.
Yeah. My guess is it's probably been, I'm sure they've talked about it, and my guess is it's already been designed, and it's a matter of, where does
when
this
they're going to get it
work and fit in a release schedule.
Totally.
But yeah, hopefully larger ships come in. Kevin, get you some Celsius.
Dude, we don't want to
Not
go down my
sponsored.
story about Celsius. I've tried Celsius, and I about had a heart attack. So
Was it a high noon?
no, it was not a
Did
high
you hear about
noon.
this?
I did hear about that. I did. Yeah.
What an amazing story.
What a mess.
If you didn't
for
hear,
them.
I assume it must be the same bottling company or parent company.
Yeah.
But apparently several shipments of Celsius went out with the wrong label, and it was not Celsius. It was High Noon alcoholic seltzer.
Yeah.
Imagine popping one open one morning at work.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
Getting a real big surprise.
That's right.
Like,
you just be
what
like, hey,
flavor is
whatever.
this?
I'll just go ahead and keep firing this thing down.
What an insane story. So
next thing you know, there's a dance party in the office.
Oh man. Hey, we need to see you in HR.
Yeah, right. It's not my
Weird
fault.
smell coming from your desk. We kind of pulled all of the product news into these other sections already. So we will leapfrog that. And I think now that we've got over 90 people in here right now.
We got 65 right now in the giveaway.
65 have entered. We will say this one more time. If you've recently joined, #DoubleVision will enter you to win the Vision's Celebration exclusive X-Wing. Carre.
Yep.
Very, very, very cool. This is one, do you open it or not?
Yeah.
Because it looks so awesome. If you just leave that open, what a great packaging design there.
It is cool. The great thing about it, though, too,
the blue
is
pops.
It does go back in there pretty easily. So if you did want to open it and take it out and just mess around with it some, it's pretty easy to get back in there.
Yeah. So,
which is great. Better than some versions where it's a little bit of a pain to get that thing going.
Yeah, I don't know how long we want to let it marinate here, but yeah, #Ravit. I agree. For those sideshow hardcore.
We're at 67.
67. A couple more of you. Why don't we pull that page up, and once we get a couple more in there, maybe 69, 70, we'll pull the trigger on this.
Let's see here. Let's screen share. We will screen share.
#DoubleVision. You have seconds to get it in. I see one or two coming in. This is it. We've got 67, 68 entries. Kevin, 68. I think you know when to pull the trigger on this one.
All right.
Maybe one more.
I'm not even going to tell you when. Boom. Here it goes. Whoever it was that just got that in there, we're rolling down.
Somebody got that in at the last second.
It's me. Oh, Brian MC.
Brian Mack. I don't know if you're still here. 69 entries. Look at that. Brian Mack, you were the winner. I hope you wanted this. And
otherwise, you're getting it anyway.
He is still here. I see him. In not a mean way.
Nice.
I hope you were not able to get one, and that this will be a nice addition to your collection that you desperately needed. And thank you to Facebook, just the greatest soul in the Facebook group.
Oh my gosh, by
Caleb
far.
Lloyd. Thank you, buddy. What an awesome submission to this. It is. Doing the giveaways was fun, and I know people love it. but the fact that people just send us stuff to give away, like flippable stuff, great trade bait stuff, and they would rather just do a fun giveaway on here that they're not even doing. It's so cool. I love that, man. There's some very, very, very awesome people in the community. So glad you're
Wasn't
here.
going to pay scalping prices, so we appreciate it. All right, man.
Yes.
You don't even have to pay for shipping on this one either, which is great.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it will land right in your lap. Hit us up on socials or email us at microgalaxysquadcast@gmail.com, and we will get that out to you. Thank you, Robert Caleb.
Yep, absolutely.
What a great dude. And if you really wanted this one and are really bummed right now that you did not get it, next episode, another stand-up member of the community has offered up another one.
That's right.
So next week, 2 weeks from now, another shot. So in typical fashion, we've gone quite a while before getting to the meat of the show. So I don't think we necessarily have to. And I spent 2.5 hours doing this last week with Steve on the DL44 network.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ryan Dole, who runs that, who I saw in chat earlier. So let's take a look at some of these releases that have come out in the last 3 weeks. So we've got hands on. And I know we went through pictures of the Vision X-Wing, but if we want to just take a quick look, and there he is in the chat. What's up, Caleb? Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Caleb.
Much appreciated.
Great dude.
You're a great man. But yeah, if we want to just kind of do a quick, or we can save this depending on time, because we went through pictures when it first hit after Celebration.
Yeah.
Not a lot to retread there other than we actually have it in hand. Those who didn't go to the event, Amazon got those out. But Kevin, do you have your hangar set from SDCC?
I do.
With you? Because we've found a couple of little differences, right?
Yes, we found a couple of them for sure.
So I thought it would be fun just to go through and just kind of point out, for people who were maybe on the fence about paying those aftermarket prices for it, this might sway you one way or the other. What is that we just posted in?
Yeah, I just threw up the Visions review.
Okay.
So
it was also from mine as well. I hadn't seen us do that before, so I was like, I didn't type that. What's going on? Check out that review of it if you want to do a deep dive on it. But if you're on the fence, maybe going to pay aftermarket prices for this thing, this could maybe persuade you one way or the other, because it is not exactly the same as the previous version of Darth Vader's tie, right?
Correct. Yes. Slightly different version of Vader's tie. Yep. Yeah.
And
so
again,
I'll show you what's up.
The sleeve on this thing is amazing. The red.
So here is the red front there. So you can see the one thing that was interesting about this is that this San Diego Comic-Con, which is typically a sticker, is not a sticker. That's literally printed on there. So I think there were some questions about whether or not we might get this as a vault set.
Right.
I don't think so, but who knows? Maybe they just reprint it and don't put that on there. But there is that. It doesn't actually say 1 of 500. I don't believe anywhere. Oh yeah, it does.
Kevin, in the corner, there's some fake Arabesh.
Yeah,
that tries to say one of 500 there. So,
and then here is the top of the package. So you can kind of see there is some with the light. There's some embossing of Vader's tie, and then also the TIE fighters on there, which looks pretty cool as well. And that it looks really nice in hand. I mean, those two sides of it. When I opened the package, I opened the box, and this was all I saw.
You open the bottom.
And I was like, all right. But that is that. And then it does have the windows here where you can see inside. And so there was actually some back and forth I had with somebody, I think it was on YouTube, mentioning it would have been cool if Vader and the TIE fighters were flying out the front versus out the side. And I thought, yeah, that's a good idea. Why didn't we do it that way? Because you do have to have it turned sideways like this, and then you can see it. But the so yeah, let me
that outer slip just all around absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
I don't know that they've used that red before. I would love to see that make a comeback somewhere because it looks so nice.
And here it is without the lights turned on. That way you can see what that looks like. I will say I absolutely hated this with all the plastic all over the inside of it. So I've removed all of that. There was on each ship, in order to keep the wings on, there was a rubber band that was like a half-inch thick or a quarter-inch thick that went all the way around it. So each one of those had that on there. And then it had those little plastic twist tie things that they have in each one that's strapped across the top as well. So I get why they did that, because you want to keep it in here so that things don't bounce around inside. But man, it looked terrible. Oh, it looked terrible. I was so disappointed, because for anybody that would want to keep this in the box and not open it, it is such an eyesore. Oh, such an eyesore. So I feel like with all of that stuff off of there, it's 70% better.
Yeah, that's a pretty good bit better. Now you've opted to leave the kind of clamshell holders there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
Now does it easily slide out and slide back in?
Yeah.
Love that. That was a great call. Great call.
Well, which part? Sorry, the interior or those clamshells?
The interior.
Yes, the interior.
So you can just slide the whole thing out, make those couple tweaks to it, even put an acrylic or 3D stand in there if you want to, and slide it back in.
Correct. Yeah, you could get a 3D printed stand off of my Etsy page if you didn't know I had one. But so here it is out of the package.
One of the details I noticed on the unboxing show, I love the dimensionality on that back wall there. I think that adds a ton to the look of that. Some nice shadowing and contrast and depth there, that if that was not there, it would have been very easy to make that just a printed sheet. The fact that they went a little extra mile and actually did those folds, I think adds a lot to the look of that, just to give it some dimension and depth.
Yeah, it does. The only thing, my only problem with it, I think with both pieces of it, and I'm surprised at how much good, how many nice positive comments I had on my review. I was thinking so many people were going to rip this. But the only thing I don't like about it is you can see on the edge of each one of these columns is that perforated edge.
Sure. Yeah.
And so that's one where it's like you could actually put that on the inside and make that look more uniform.
Now, with the lighting on, is it more or less noticeable?
It's noticeable all the time, lighting on or not. Now it's all relative to how you feel about it. So,
sure.
For me, I'm just slightly more nitpicky because, I've 3D printed a hangar. And so I kind of have an idea of what I would envision it to look like. But even still, for the premium that you're paying for this, I would expect that to look just a little bit nicer, not quite like cardboard, which is the other part too, where you can see that those ribs all the way through it, which again, I would get that on the floor. That makes sense. But on the wall part of it, it's like you could probably have done that with a different type of material than just cardboard, and it would have made this set way more valuable, in my opinion. But hey, that's neither here nor there. Now,
Yeah.
the one thing that is important about this, and I didn't mess around with this, but these clamshell pieces, if you wanted to take them out, I believe that they're actually taped in on the underside. So I don't know if you guys did that on the other one, but I didn't even want to mess around with trying to take that thing out of there. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't look like that piece is.
So you're not tearing up the base if you wanted to remove those, is what you're saying?
You would need to.
You would need to tear the.
You'd need to take
cardboard.
the box apart. Yeah, if you wanted to save this to be able to reinsert it. And this is where I think.
But what I'm saying is that there's not like a flange that's glued to the bottom of the floor there, right?
It's not glued to the bottom of the floor. No, it's tucked underneath. Exactly like the vault sets, the plastic cases where they have those, like that male part that goes in and it kind of gets wedged inside, and you have to really pull on the side to be able to get it to pop out. That's what it seems like these are.
Yeah, but it's still I think a pro consumer move. They could have easily just glued those to the floor where it would rip the actual printed cardboard. So if you wanted to remove those, nice that it won't tear that part of it up. Now, the other detail I noticed when we were going over it is, unlike the arcade set, this set has an accessible battery compartment.
It does, yeah. Which is I think that is a great selling point to this. And you can, click it on and off like that. So, whoops. There it is.
Can we see with the lights on? Yeah.
Yeah. There are the lights on. I'll do one here in a minute. I'll put it back in the box and turn that on. And the one great thing is that is accessible, obviously, when you have it inside the box.
There's a little cutout.
There's a little cutout here on the bottom.
They thought of everything.
Which is nice. It does look nice when it's lit up. Definitely, it looks nice when it's lit up. I personally prefer it with the sleeve. I think the sleeve just looks really awesome.
The sleeve is really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, we won't waste time going through the TIE fighters because they're the same.
Yeah.
Series 1.
But Darth Vader's tie, a couple little tweaks here and there, correct?
Yeah, a couple of them. So the first one here is on the front of the cockpit right here. There's a little tab. You can see that there to help open it, which is a nice feature, although it's maybe not super necessary to have that, just because the original one sits on there pretty good anyways. So you don't really need it. It's not like it clicks in. But that is one piece. Then the other piece is you can see here that the interior of this little part there, I don't even know what to call that, but that is actually painted, which is nice. The color of it is slightly different. Also, it's more of the gray color of the normal TIE fighters.
It's a little lighter gray versus the darker blue of the first release, right?
Correct. And then you have our painted engine compartment. Let me do this. Just pop the window.
Now, the original release, that is not painted, correct?
Correct. Yeah, it's just the same color as the regular plastic. But it's got some of that silver, metallic silver in there, and then whatever color that is, it's kind of like a greenish, very light green. It looks almost white here, like a cream color.
Would you call it grayish?
Sure, I could call it grayish. Yeah.
For all the painters out there.
Yes. But that's the only other details. There's nothing else. The interior of the cockpit's not painted. Vader is the what I would consider to be the premium Vader version.
Yeah.
Yeah, who's got
and the production code is May of this year, correct?
May 21st.
That's a pretty quick turnaround time.
May 21st, 2025.
Yeah, that's nuts. That's 2 months from production line to the show.
Yeah. Yep.
So I think the place my mind goes is you would not update a mold like that or the painting scheme if it was not going to show up like that somewhere else.
Yeah.
So I believe the thinking is that this version is probably the version that will show up in the Anakin Evolution set, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I would think so.
And really, I think we could probably go back and watch that video and see if that tab was there. I didn't notice it the first time.
Yeah,
but that
David
might be
did
the
mention
case.
that is the version, at least with the tab. We don't know whether or not there's any painting or anything on the front of it, but definitely that the tab was on there.
Now, I would love to have been in the meeting where somebody just very strongly felt that we need tabs all over these things.
But not even just little tabs. We need a tab that's, somebody that has, ham hands will be
just,
able to.
Hot dog fingers over here can get these open with no people with no fingernails, massive hands, giant hands can open these cockpits with these massive tabs they have. The lights are going down.
Lights are going down. Hold on. Oops. Wrong way. I don't know how that's showing up.
Not well, if I had to grade it. Your computer screen.
My computer
the problem is your camera is now fighting the the dark.
Maybe I can do it this
and it's really pumping the gain on there. I do kind of see the effect though, and I think we've seen the pictures.
No, you're not going to see it. You're going to have to check out my review.
Yeah, check out the review.
Yep,
it
looks
cool.
okay. The other thing that might have been nice, to be perfectly honest with this, that would have made the lights slightly better, is if they use a full diffuser all the way across.
Sure,
instead of having the individual lights, because that was the other thing when you're looking at it, when the lights are on, you have to look at it at the perfect angle for you not to see those individual lights.
Well, I'm curious if that was the decision, because I actually kind of like, listen, I'm a massive fan of those diffusers in general, but I wonder if the vibe was to make it look like individual lights are kind of shining on it, almost like little spotlights.
Yeah.
It makes it feel a little more like stage production to me to have all those single lights on there. I kind of like it. I don't, I could go either way on that, but that's not something that bothers me at all with this one, because I like seeing those individual lights on there.
Yeah. But it's a cool set. I think if you're a really hardcore collector, you want to be a completist, then yes, I would get it. I think if you were a relatively casual collector, nah, I'd wait. Because I think when you're looking at it from a price tag perspective, that Vader is not worth the cost.
And especially if we're going to get it in the Anakin Evo set here in a few months.
I hope that they do something slightly different with that. It would be a little bit of a bummer to have it be the exact same, considering then all you're really doing is paying $100 for a box.
So for anyone curious, I actually had not looked at this yet. I have just pulled those up on eBay to see what those were kind of going for.
Yeah.
Sold items and around 125.
Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of people
for I would say around 125. So that, at $100, it is what it is, but now you're looking at about 125 if that's something you want to add to your collection.
And at 125 too, those people that bought them, I would imagine a lot of them will be going that way. And so at that price range and at that cost, those people are not making any money. They're basically getting their $100 back. So I think probably a lot of scalpers picked this up with this idea that they were going to be able to make some money on it, and the demand just really isn't there for it. So Some people may sell it for less than that. I wouldn't be surprised to see in like
maybe
a
some
month or
accepted
so
offers,
they're going to drop below $100 just to get rid of
which is
them.
what they're. Yeah, I don't know that people want to lose money on it, but that might say something about the release.
Yeah, sure.
People are barely making. Once you take out eBay fees, people are breaking even on that one. To be honest, especially if you've got free shipping. I've seen several people pop in to mention, hey, have we done the giveaway yet? We have. Mr. Brian Mack won the Visions X-Wing. If you were hoping to grab one, next episode we will have one again. Kevin, how hard is it to quickly redo the giveaway page there and potentially do our second giveaway of the show?
I don't think it will be hard to do that.
So
get another one up.
Let's if you want to just put in maybe #boo for this one.
I like that.
We've had somebody donate to the giveaway coffers a couple of ghosts, and I don't know how many of you guys don't have a ghost yet, or maybe need a second one. Maybe you want to display Phantom 1 and Phantom 2 on two ghosts beside each other. We will let you know when the entries are open for that one.
Entries
but
are
if you
open
don't
now.
have a ghost and you need
#boo.
a ghost,
now
we have
say,
one to give away.
I will say with this ghost, the one advantage to this guy is that this one does have the clear canopy for the cockpit
versus the green.
Well, no, it's green still, but remember there were a bunch that came out that had the really foggy because
the wash was all over the plastic.
Not just that, but literally the plastic had some type of texture to it that didn't make it clear anymore. And so it looked really foggy. So I did.
I think mine looks okay. I think I'm good. I think I'm all right on that. You scared me. I didn't know if I had one that was suboptimal.
No, you would know right away because you wouldn't be able to see into the cockpit. So,
Have the entries been opened yet?
Yes, entries are open. #boo, #BOO.
Yeah. So,
and
apologies if you wanted the Visions X-Wing. That is gone, but it will be back in 2 weeks for the next episode. So join us again. Right now, #boo will enter you to win another ghost or maybe your first ghost. I would be pretty surprised. Let us know in chat if this is you. I'd be surprised if you're watching a very, very in-depth podcast on this line and you don't own a ghost, but you never know. Maybe you got one and there's something wrong with it, or you want to roll the dice with a different wash. But yeah, #boo. So while those entries roll in, let's get to the fun part.
Yes, and this was from this donation. Just to give a quick shout out. This hold on a second.
Yeah, please let us know who donated these. Another very kind soul here.
Yes. All right, keep going. I gotta find that.
Joseph Michaels, the adventurous Joe, says, "I do not own one."
Nice.
So good luck to you, sir. This is it right here. I can't wait to break these open.
Yeah, now it's your turn to open something.
Yeah. So I've been anxiously awaiting opening one on here. Now you've done your video.
This is from Andre G. Sorry, Andre G. Thanks for the donation.
Thank you. I assume Facebook group, maybe.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Thank you, Andre G.
#boo.
#boo. We're gonna do a deep dive. I'm also curious if you're in chat and you did not pick up the Vault Falcon set. Let us know if you did not and why you did not. My guess is it was just a price thing. You already own 3 Falcons, but I think we'll kind of go over: is it worth it to triple dip, quadruple dip, quintuple dip, like some of us out here?
Yep.
I believe this is the 5th release of this one.
Got them all right there on the wall.
Yeah. So for those that didn't buy this set, very, very nice sleeve here.
Mm-hmm.
Cool art. And it looks like the actual Falcon. I don't know if they've altered a product shot for this, but judging by the size of the cockpit in this image, it looks like it's the actual toy here, which is very, very cool.
Yeah.
One of 3,000. I believe it is currently still in stock. We got the land speeder, the cards, the limited edition cards if you are trying to collect them all. But let's get unlike the hanger set, it's a nice slip, but that's not the sexy
you've
part.
You've got the money shot right there.
I was gonna say, let's just go ahead and show this. Massive, massive kudos to the art and packaging team.
Yeah.
Because this shot is so, so, so cool. And it is semi-transparent.
It is. It's very transparent, actually. So the one thing that's interesting about it, I've seen some people do it where they're backlighting the package.
Yeah.
And so you can backlight the package and you can see the Falcon. I think the way that it is intended is actually to do it the opposite way. Take the vehicle out of the package, and then if you put the light inside the box,
Yep.
Man, that looks awesome. I'm
Yep.
gonna do that actually. You can get like some battery operated like puck lights.
Yep.
And I bet you if you take a puck light and put that in there and turn that thing on, it looks sick. I showed it actually in the review that I did. Because I did it the way that you just did it, where you're showing the Falcon forward and then going through and lighting it from the back.
It's so nice. And that's where my thought went when we were going over it last week on the unboxing show. If you can have this lit with that Falcon in front of it, what a nice display setup there. And again, something we haven't really seen in the line yet before, but I would love for this to continue. Like that's just such a cool idea. ASMR warning as I rip this box open. Kevin, do you have...
What is ASMR?
What's that?
What's ASMR?
Oh, buddy.
Is that some media code?
Well, there was a little of it for you. Maybe just Google it, at your own peril. Google it, see what it's at. It's kind of like this, and some people they really like the stimulation of the
ASMR meeting.
But if you're doing unboxings, it's more like, typical Micro Galaxy fashion.
Yeah.
Man, Kevin, I was too scared to ever open my land speeder.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the first time I'm seeing a land speeder out of the box in hand. I assume since you've done a review, you've opened one.
I have it sitting right next to me.
Why don't we get the land speeder out of the way first?
Okay. Sorry, I got the Falcon sitting in front of me, not the land speeder. Let me grab it.
Oh, sorry. Now, these days, you can't just have your knife. You've got to have your little nippers as well to free these things. I'm going to yank. Oh, man. I don't feel good yanking any part of this tiny, tiny, tiny land speeder. What do you grab onto that's not going to break? I'm worried if I grab that top engine there, it's just going to rip off.
It's pretty secure. You should be fine. But you should be able to push it up from the bottom too. But yes, this the land speeder is pretty sweet. again, for as small as it is, I don't have a scout class box sitting around
I'm
here.
trying real hard, buddy.
But
oh my gosh.
All right, well, here you go. While you're getting that out, you got it.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop it in.
Oh, you got your other camera. There we go.
Second camera there. Hey, I forgot to mention. Boom, picked this up.
Oh, nice.
There we go. These shipped in the. I've honestly, my haul has been so big in the last 2 weeks that it's a little embarrassing. I didn't want to get into it because it'd take forever to go through all the stuff that's come in. But this is one cool one that's come in. Shout out to Micro Galaxy Collector Paul, Sun Lee, Carson Teva.
Very
Hasbro
cool.
Beat Micro Galaxy, but I still have faith that one day he'll be a Micro Galaxy.
Yep.
Very cool figure.
It's got to be really cool to actually have a toy. And he's probably got a couple, because I wonder if Avatar.
Listen, maybe one day I'll get that bad boy signed.
There you go.
I did get 2 of them. So this is so small, and I know I'm like a year and a half late to the party on that. It's so small.
It is tiny.
But like in the best way possible. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It
looks great.
In the best way possible. It is so small. I love it. Now, Kevin, on yours, I think the one interesting decision that they made on this release, a lot of carbon scoring on the front of the hood there.
Yeah.
Is yours about the same?
Yep.
Are we looking better or worse?
Looks the same.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. Here's mine. Whoops.
Yeah. Now you have the original Series 4 release in hand now. Can you hold those up side by side? So the main differences we're looking at here is a lot of that carbon scoring on the front instead of some silver like chipping.
Yeah, there's actually quite a bit of difference between these two from a deco perspective, to be honest. So
right, the whole tone, I would say that's the biggest difference, is that massive black wash on the front of it. But the whole tone is warmer on the original one. It's a lot pinker.
Yep. And then the
richer colors. This one's a little more muted, right?
Well, yes. So the plastic looks to be roughly the same. But the red striping is more red on the other version. It's more maroon on the newer version. Then you have the carbon scoring and everything, and then you just have way more silver paint on the newer version. The thing that I thought was the coolest, to be honest, Cole, that I just never even noticed on the original release, is this on the bottom.
Luke running over rocks.
So I didn't even notice that on the original version that there's a bunch of scrapes that are actually gouged into the plastic. And now it's got the actual silver scrapes on there, which is really cool, because you don't really see it. You never look at the bottom, but yeah, the bottom has a bunch of scrapes on there. When I saw that, I was thinking, is that really how it is? But sure enough.
Yeah, it's interesting that not even the wash kind of got in there they didn't apply a wash to the bottom to make those details pop. But somebody, whoever, I'm not sure which designer worked on this, but whoever it was that was really proud of those scratches when they went back to the drawing board for deco was like, hey, now's my moment. We're going to get some paint in those so they actually pop.
Yeah.
And I agree. Very, very cool detail. I don't know how many people are looking at the bottom of it, but really cool.
Yeah, we'll
detail.
go back to yours as we go into the interior, because your camera is going to be way better than what I'm.
Yeah, if you heard me scream, it's because I picked it up like this.
Oh, and you popped the engine off.
That's on this one popped off that top layer, and it went flying. So
yeah. That's going to be an super easy part to lose.
Yeah. I'm going to try to reposition this mic here, and I'm going to hold this, maybe refocus it a time or two. But yeah, as you showed off, the engine compartment is now fully painted.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Actually, on the other version, it is painted as well. It's just not painted to the same level of detail.
Right. There we go.
So
that's roughly in focus.
There we go. We can side by side it.
Yeah. I mean, that still is, I feel like that's night and day just from a detail standpoint.
Totally. Yeah,
very
the
cool.
Premium version is way more premium.
A lot of copper, a lot of light gray, dark gray, silver.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's probably 4 or 5 colors going on in there, and very, very detailed. And underside of the hood also painted, as we'll find a common theme on this one.
Yes.
They went ahead and just painted the underside just because they could. Very cool. I like the snap. It's got a nice snap when you close it here. Very similarly, the engine here also painted on the underside.
Mm-hmm.
And then several colors on here.
Yeah, ever since the XP38 came out, they're just not in demand.
There we go. You can see several colors going on there as well. Same thing. It's you've got your silvers, a little bit of copper, and that dark gray, that gunmetal in there. And on the original release, that's mostly one color. Is that right?
Correct. Let me pop that guy loose. Yeah, it's just basically a silver. There we go.
Yeah, like a dark one at that.
Silver.
So all these details that are in there, all the little greebles, everything, it's really, really popping. I wish this engine piece of this top stayed on just a little better there. It feels like it kind of just sits there to some extent.
There is the next part.
Yeah, the back compartment also pops off.
Yep.
Fully removes, right? Again,
it does, yeah.
They painted the underside. Didn't have to, but they did.
Crazy that they did that.
And we've got, again, several colors, all the details pop. And again, that's not even a metallic color on that old one. And
no,
in person, the metallic makes a huge difference.
Yeah, it really does.
And really all the details in that mold really shine. Very, very cool. I will say, is the back the same?
The back is slightly different. So it's the same on this one. Sorry, I'm trying to get this piece back on. Hang on a second. That thing is just a pain in the butt to get on there.
You've got a tiny little dot on the back of the engines there.
Yep. There you go.
Okay, so again, it's that same thing. They've got just a dark, that one color that's on everything, basically, that dark gray.
Yeah.
And
dark gray, even with the back of the engines.
2 colors. It's metallic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, even the back of the engines there look different. They've got the little black dot there on the back of them versus the other ones are just gray. But no, it looks great. I mean, I think it is different enough for it to make sense to have both. I did see a bunch of comments on the YouTube video about, I don't know when we ever saw this thing with that much, carbon scoring on the front of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it is what it is.
It's an interesting choice. Now, it's a little bit unfortunate because I feel like you could almost swap the hoods if the other colors were consistent, but they're not.
Yeah, you can't really do that.
So, yeah, this is awesome. Could this have been lighter? Probably. That would have been nice, but I'm kind of glad I don't have to open my Series 4 version anymore.
Yeah.
Like, this is nice. This has the premium deco. I will. The cockpit has the seats and the steering wheel painted.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really cool release, and just having it in hand for the first time. It's kind of like the A-Wing, where I feel like this is just like the ultimate fidgety desk toy. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's like real small, fits in one hand. It has panels that pop off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Ultimate desk toy. Love it. Absolutely love that. It's nice having one. Now, I don't think I missed any panels, right? We got everything.
Correct.
Going to put that off
it.
to the side. The other thing besides the Falcon that was updated, our good friend R2D2 received a 3.0 is what I've been calling it, update. We got the after wave 3, I believe we got the dome to go from the beret to having the actual panels painted.
Yep.
And now we've upgraded once again. And this is just like absolutely next level. This might be one of the most detailed micro figures we've had yet. I'm not sure what else has this level of deco and detail on it.
Yep.
I'm going to have to now I don't have, I'm looking around me to see if I'm going to set them down so you can at least see something. I'm looking around to see if I have an R2D2 within arm's reach. I'm sure you have one fairly close. Maybe not. Maybe I don't.
Yeah, let me. I'll grab one. Hold on.
I got one. All right, I reached it. Riveting live stream here. This would be the Series 1 version. And I'm going to hold these up here.
Okay.
Let's see if this works. I found a Series 1.
Oh, you did? So did I.
Yeah,
Here we go.
So I'm going to do
R2.
this here and hopefully show off the difference. Boom. Oh, I need to
Look
do this,
at this guy go.
I need to do this.
But zoom in. Focus.
It is, unfortunately, this is not autofocus.
Oh. I was waiting for that.
No,
there we go. It's getting clearer. Now we can see it. It's amazing the difference in the amount of paint that they're getting on these things. Isn't it crazy? And then even going back to
crazy to me. Like just seeing those side by side. Look at the tops.
Yep.
You've got I call this the beret because very few of them are actually centered. And it looks like they're just kind of wearing a beret off to the side a little bit.
Yeah.
Now you've got the panels, and I believe this update has a different number of panels potentially.
Does it?
I'm not sure. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But I mean, now we've added. There was almost nothing painted on this before. On the body, you had the one blue and the one line down the legs.
Yep.
Now you've got multiple panels painted all over him, and you've got the those longer lines that open up there. His little arms reach out. Where you, I don't know what they do, insert a disc in there, something like that. Backs of them. They have even painted the backs of this. So the back of the dome has detail that we didn't get before. The couple blue panels painted on the back. The side of the dome has this. So this, to me, is like, do you think this is going to be the norm going forward? Is it, or is this just special to this release?
I hope so.
I would
wonder
love
how
for this to be the norm
that
going
is.
forward, but who knows? But yeah, man, to me, R2 is just like absolutely out of control now with all this.
Hey, now it's another way for them to re-release all of their Armada editions.
Yeah, man. I would instantly be in for all of the Armada releases that had droids if it was this level of update to it. I mean,
another Anakin Jedi
it's
Interceptor.
So cool. So that's R2 3.0 in this release.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I've noticed with these other figures, and I don't believe there's many other updates to these.
Just
Chewie,
Chewbacca.
See here. Chewie's bandolier is a little clearer.
Yeah, it's just got the silver on it.
Little darker. The nose on mine is close enough, but they've never that nose has been hard for them to hit. But not a massive update to him, I would say. The other figures pretty
Yeah. Now Luke, there are some differences in Luke. The color of his belt and of his pants is slightly different between this version and the Chase version. The Chase version is let me double check it.
You talking about the Series 4?
The Series 4, yeah. The Series 4, I believe, is just a little bit darker, slightly darker.
I would assume that would be the same as the Falcon, the earlier Falcon release, correct?
Yeah, I think so. I didn't actually check the earlier Falcon release, but I just checked that one. But yeah, slightly different color on his pants and belt.
Very cool. The R2 is honestly worth something to me. I know the set is expensive at $100 or $85 if you've got the newbie 15 code. To me, that R2 is certainly worth something, I think. Now, I don't know if I have room for this over here. This honking thing. The deco on this is so good.
It is.
Just so good. Just looking at it, I don't know what more from a deco standpoint you could really want here. And it doesn't totally come across on camera, but the wash, I would say, is about perfect.
Yes, agreed. They got it way better on this one.
Yeah.
Oh, way better.
And unlike some of the early photos we saw, the carbon scoring on this, not that crazy. It's not that bad. I was a little worried based on some of the photos. Appropriate. I don't mind it.
The one thing that is
dark
great
on these.
The one thing that is great about this with the whole wash idea is you can see those panels that are missing. They got the wash super heavy down in those panels, which works perfect, but they didn't put it all over the ship. So it was interesting seeing some of the comparisons because I compared all of the Falcons to one another. And yeah, the wash on basically on all of them is just so overdone, especially on the Series 1 stuff. The Series 1 stuff just looks terrible.
What a piece of junk, Darth Stargazer says.
Yeah,
very funny.
But very cool to have all the scrape marks on here. The one thing I thought was really cool, because I remember seeing this so many times on the actual model, is if you're looking at the front right side, right by the radar dish, it's got those 4 little blaster marks, like the little circles. Other
Not
side.
These guys. You're talking about these up here?
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Let me get in frame.
They're just outside. Yeah, there you go.
These guys.
Yeah. I mean, I remember seeing that so many times when like looking at the model when they're doing all like the ILM stuff. And the fact that they put that in there was just really cool. Yeah, I wonder what the version is that they're using for this. for the deco if they're using the actual A New Hope.
You're saying what model?
Yeah, or like how they're getting all of the blaster marks, because there's a lot on here. This would be a cool one to be able to talk to the actual designers to figure out, well, how did you come up with where these score marks are and what you're doing with them and why are they different colors? You got some of them are the black color and some of them are brown, and is that supposed to be a rust streaking or what is it? But I know I'm sure, just based on the detail that they put into all of these vehicles, that there was a lot that went into it.
And right off the bat, you slipped this thing out.
Yeah, now here's another really cool detail about this, Cole. One is that it's painted. The other is, because there is no wash on this, that window is perfectly clear. So if you get any of the other versions with the wash that was on there, the window looks kind of gross. I mean, you can see through it, but it's not as clear as that window is.
Yeah. Again, this is something I don't know that I would have even expected to be painted or wanted to be painted.
Right.
But the fact that they did this, I wouldn't even think to, go inside this and start doing cockpit and seat deco on here. But it's just like the level of detail on this in all facets. Very, very cool. I'll pull this over here and show this. Even the turret, the cannon, has a couple levels of detail on it in deco, just to make some of that pop. I don't know how canon that is, but all right, I'm gonna attempt to yank this thing out here.
Yeah, good luck popping that thing
wake up
out.
The whole house, dude. This clamshell here, this tray that this is in, pretty strong.
Yeah.
I just live in fear of pulling one of these out and it just totally destroying the ship.
Yeah. I did that with one of the very first battle packs we got that had the Falcon and the 2 TIE fighters in it. It was the Escape the Death Star battle pack. When I went to pull the TIE fighters out, the wing just literally broke right off.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and put these guys in here. Radar dish seems to be the same, just a wash.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we've got any deco in there. It did make a nice little pop. Nice little snap for that one.
Mm-hmm.
Turret, as we mentioned, got a little bit of a facelift.
Richard, thanks for joining. Our friend from Canada.
This one is in here super tight. There we go. I'm going to get rid of this tray. The spaces are closing in on me, Kevin. I've got so much crap around here. Outer boxes, inner boxes, plastic. Let's see. Which way? Is there a top and a bottom? There is a top and a bottom to this. Ooh, so let's see. What do we want to do? We want this to go this way and pop in this way.
Yeah, nice. Now you can rotate that all the way around 180 degrees.
Yeah. And still have clearance. Yeah.
No, I mean the actual laser turret gun.
Yeah, right.
Turn it all the way backwards.
Very cool. I love. Still, I think it's crazy. There's no sequel trilogy version of this, but like without even opening this is easily by far the de facto definitive release of the Falcon.
Mm-hmm.
It is just so impressive. Now, you have one beside you there?
I do. Is
that right? Before we crack open this real quick, why don't you two-shot us here and hold yours up to the camera just to let people see how... I got it here if you want to hold that up. Yeah. That is the first release?
No, this is this version.
Okay.
Oh, were you looking for the other one?
Yeah. Do you have that one with you? I've got one in the case behind me.
Oh, the original one?
If you want me to grab it.
I'll grab it. Hold on a second. Let me get my cat.
This look, I was like, well, Kevin, oh man. I was like, I can't wait for you guys to see these side by side. And then you put the same one up. I was like, have I been wrong? Yeah. Is it not that much better? I think it is night and day. Let's grab like one of the earliest releases there. And when you see these guys, let's put them like, we'll do them like butt to butt here.
Okay. Yeah. See it like this.
None of the blue panels are there.
None of the blue panels. It does have the red on there. I think the one thing that you can't really see as much, though, on here, just due to the lighting, is the amount of wash that's on it. I can't remember. I don't think I cleaned any of the wash off on any of these guys, but
yeah, just the little blast marks here and there. All of this blue paneling that they've done on it. Even this, I mean, this really sticks out. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, the underside is also pretty impressive. Man, there's so much more going on the underside on that one versus this one.
Yeah. Absolutely night and day. I'm going to now the big test is there's even brown on here. You know, there's a third color.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got the browns going on. The big test with these Falcon molds. You can see on the bottom, they also painted this one.
Yep.
And hey, I'm curious, are the windows painted black on that original?
No, they're not.
I don't remember that. I was going to say, I don't feel like I ever noticed this as a turret that much. You know, it's like, here's just a detailing they did.
There you go.
Yeah. Having these painted makes a massive difference. For the first time on a toy like that, this feels like it's an actual turret, even though there's no movable piece there.
Yeah.
That suddenly feels like a viable actual turret, which is really, really cool. I haven't seen that on at least any of the Falcons I have. I'm not even sure the vintage collection one is like that. I'll have to go check. So this one, pretty tight. I would say that is sufficiently tight. Front, sufficiently tight. This side, a little less tight, but I don't think it'll be an issue. That's something that they've, kind of been a thing with these. Let's go ahead and pop this open. See if I can get it, angle it here.
Here, while you're doing that, I've got the
boom.
Here are
the money shot.
See the difference in how cloudy that one window is?
Yep. I mean, you can barely see into it.
Right.
And again, just that little bit of detail on the turret. Now, I didn't see many people mention this in chat. I'm curious, how many of you passed on this release? But look at that detail in there.
It is pretty impressive. Even on the underside.
I know the underside might be one of the best parts of it. I feel like that's so like quintessential Falcon cockpit vibes that makes a lot of difference right there. You've got the two different rows of seats in there. There's a little bit going on the dash. And again, it's one of those things where it's like, I noted when it's painted like this, I notice details that I didn't notice before.
Mm-hmm.
And it's awesome that you can see now. I like really notice that you've got the like 3 bars there for light speed on the dash. And you've got your silver here for steering. Just really, really nice. Another thing we'll see here in a second, they've gone and painted the floor on this, and it makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got a couple people commenting. I didn't pass, just couldn't afford it. It is pricey. Andrew Cook says he passed. Nice snap on the cockpit now when you close it.
The other thing that's great about the cockpit too is it has those updated clamps in there too for the figures.
Sure.
Which is it's a little bit of a pain in the butt to get them in, but
yeah, but they do stay
nice.
Once they're in. All right, money shot here.
Don't hurt yourself. Yeah, pull up on the middle, right in the middle engine.
Yeah. There is one spot here that I can feel that's stuck. Oh my gosh. Very, very stuck. There we go. There we go. I think it broke loose. Oh, well.
Now, before you do that, though,
I was going to say,
yep,
I know exactly what you're about to say. The panel has been removed, and here is the underside. Is that what you're going to say?
Yeah. Isn't that crazy? It's got little, you see the little missiles on there, too, that are on the front? By your fingers?
Yep. Well, look at that. There's torpedoes on the front.
Why paint that?
You can see the piping. There's 1, 2, 3, at least 3 colors in here. And again, this is just a panel that once you take it off, theoretically you don't see again.
Right.
Just so cool. They didn't have to do that. Again, it makes the details that are there pop more. Now we've lost one of the landing gear. All right.
Now, there are 2 things that are different about this mold.
And are they the same thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is a nice feature to add in there. And I'm surprised that they would go through and do that.
I don't know why they did. But
now you got a peg
for R2. If you don't have this and you're looking at your old Falcon, there are now 2 little pegs for R2 locations to secure him down there. You've got one right here by the holo table. And then there's another one back here in the storage compartment. Super, super cool.
Yeah.
I don't know why they did that, but it's welcome. I love to see them tweak and update things. Very, very cool. Like, it just, the fact that the floor is painted again, but it being painted makes all of the other details they've done in here pop. You've got 1 color, 2 colors, 3 colors, 4 colors, 5. There's 5 or 6 colors that they've done over here. The top of the engine, this is metallic, non-metallic darker color, and then they've got a lighter color right here. These are now painted a metallic, and you've obviously got your bright copper wiring here. I would say, and you know what, in this interior, you know what I think my favorite little detail that really pops now versus the original releases? We've got this nice leather color, but they've carried that over to these side panels that I don't even know that I really even noticed before. It's not something I actively thought about.
Yeah.
And now you've got the the Falcon kind of has the curved, you almost feels like a circle kind of that you're walking through. You're not walking through rectangular doors and hallways. And this really gives that vibe because those come out there at the bottom. Such a really, really, really cool detail to get those painted, matching the seats there. And it feels like a Falcon hallway now because of that. It's cool the way that details can not just pop from a visual standpoint, but like it is now something that connects with you in a nostalgic way. Nothing new going on that I know of over here with the ramp, but man, I this is so cool. Kevin, do you have that original Falcon there? And you want to pull that panel off?
Yeah, I do.
And we'll do the side by side here and take a look at the original.
I don't know if you can see it there. Can you see that?
Yeah, man. It's crazy. That's like, it's just like,
There's nothing.
I said this the other day on the other show. I never had an issue with the Falcon before. You know, I thought it was nice, but I didn't know what I was missing. When you see these side by side, it is absolutely insane. It looks like you're holding just a gray hunk of plastic.
Yep, that's exactly
right.
right.
Nothing pops. It is so crazy. Yeah. Man, dude, it's nuts. To me, that's like the money shot. Seeing that panel removed side by side with Series 1, the way they've upped their game with this, $100 is hefty, but this to me is very obviously premium.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Way more than any of the premium vehicles that they've done so far.
Yeah.
I mean, way more.
To me, I'm like, man, I don't even know if they can up their game this much on other releases. It's nuts. You know, I don't know what I would like to see get this level of detail. I don't know if I necessarily need an AT-AT that has this level of deco on the inside, but man, you know, this is striking. It is, to me, it's far and away the definitive Falcon. I think for any hardcore person into the line, you've got to have this one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention, it gives you the very, very awesome land speeder that you don't have to track down the Series 4 version or open the Series 4 chase if you don't want.
Yeah.
You know, I get that there's a lot of people that think I've bought 3 Falcons. I don't know that I want to buy another one. But to me, this one is just absolutely next level detail. And I can't imagine seeing them side by side. I can't imagine not having this version in my collection.
Agreed.
Even the fact that we've got the checkerboarding on the holo table there. That was something because of the
painting of the cargo boxes and all that stuff that's the peripheral things that are around the edge, which you really don't have to do, but they did is also just very cool.
Yeah, man, this is such a win in my opinion, and like to me, this is where Vault can shine, and I do hope these sell out somewhat quickly. My guess is the first sale they have on Vault, if these are part of the sale, these are going to go. You know, if they do another one of these 20 or 30% sales, this thing should be gone, because this is just absolutely one of the best releases in the line, and certainly on Vault. This level of detail is absolutely next level.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting, the you know, when I'm doing some of these reviews, for whatever reason, it doesn't matter what vehicle it is, but the larger vehicles always tend to get more hits.
Yeah.
And between the AT-TE and this guy, I've had the most views.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, it's
on this set in particular.
Yeah. As of right now,
I'm curious if it's people that are just on the fence and they're looking at, like, is this worth it?
Yeah, it certainly could be that, but I just think in general, the original trilogy stuff, the quintessential vehicles, but even with the the TIE Reaper is one that had, way more views than I was expecting to have on it. Um,
Yeah.
Just because I think the bigger ships are cooler. So the more details that they can add to it, the better.
Yeah. I don't it's tough. I don't feel like a shill when I say this.
Like
This
a
is
what?
just so good. Like I never expected any massive updates to the mold. Like that's
Oh yeah.
totally unreasonable to think they would do that. But, I don't know how much this costs, but to me, when I look at all of this, the R2, all of the extra deco on this land speeder and detailing there, I feel like you're getting a lot of value from especially $85 if you use the code and are able to do an account with that newbie 15 code for $85. That's less than these cost on eBay, I don't know. I feel like this is one I could just gush about forever. But kudos to them. I don't know what I would like to see get this treatment, but I'm ready for it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you could do it. You probably could do it on the AT-AT, although there's just not that much going on the interior.
Yeah.
But certainly the ATTE, you could do a lot with that. Just there's so much interior to that.
Yeah, and maybe that's part of the price. I don't know that I think what $90 is what they had on the slide. They had this at 116. That's obviously not what it came in on. It came out at 100, and then if you have the code, it's 85. So, at $90, who knows if that's what it'll be, but I would have to think you've got to have this close to this level of interior deco for that price point for that ATTE set.
Yep, agreed.
But again, I think there's some sticker shock. I certainly saw via comments a lot of sticker shock with that slide. I think that's if this is what you're getting, again, I don't think that's quite as big of a deal.
T6 might be nice.
See promo shots of it.
From Damon, the T6 you could do a ton with the interior on that.
Yeah, and I just don't know that there's 3,000 people out there that want to overpay for the T6. Just my brain goes to sales and is that a viable release? With you can still find them at Walmart's, and they're maybe a Target here or there, and they're always on sale on Amazon. Maybe when season 2 comes out, now I could see that when season 2 of Ahsoka hits, that may not be a bad release to coincide with that if you get a premium version of that T6, because I do think that T6 in general is a very, 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 very nice release.
Yeah, you could also really do it with the other Fiend fighter that they didn't actually release yet. If they will
as
release
a set, that would be a nice selling point as well. Yeah,
that has the one that has the lower fin on it or whatever.
But yeah, Razor Squadron here saying what people were mentioning earlier. I do think an ARC 170 with this premium level of deco is a home run as well. I don't know what that maybe if that price.
Yeah, I don't know where you could do it for the ARC. To be honest, there's just not that much to it other than the
it's
exterior.
not like you're removing an interior. And again, I think that the interior is where this really shines.
Yeah.
So I think to get that value, you'd have to be looking at something with a lot of interior sections, like the ATT, like you mentioned. Kevin.
Yeah.
We've hit the 2-hour mark.
We have.
Visions.
I can't believe it's been 2 hours. Yeah, we still have a giveaway going out there. #boo if you are interested in another ghost.
I think
still going.
We did talk about this earlier. It's pretty cool.
Yep.
I don't know that we need to deep dive now that people have them in hands. I think there was enough of that with after Celebration, when people had them, the first wave of them in hand.
Yeah,
But
agreed.
Again, amazing packaging. You can go back and check out a past episode that had that in there. And obviously, you have a review of this one up from back in the day, right?
I have a review of that one, yeah. I have a review of everything Micro Galaxy Squadron release that has been released to date.
Not many people can say that. And by not many people, Kevin is the only one.
So, the ship that I want Thrawn to come with, there are 2 possible ships that I would like for Thrawn to come with. The first one is the one that you want, which is the it's the LAAT Imperial Police Craft.
Kevin, I think that's my top one in the line right now. I don't know what. No, hold on. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sail barge.
Yeah.
That Imperial security gunship.
Yep.
Then Sandcrawler.
So the other one that I would like for Thrawn to come with, which he is in quite a bit actually, is the Imperial landing craft, the Sentinel class.
That makes the most sense, right?
Fin on the back, and it looks kind of like the Imperial the shuttle Tidarium, but
it's very close to the Lambda shuttles, just kind of an earlier design of it. That would make the most sense by far. I think it would be a great way to get Callus in the line too.
Mm-hmm.
If you did Thrawn, Callus, and then a couple stormtroopers or a death trooper or 2. Very cool release for that. I would buy. It's not one I'm going to fleet build, but I would certainly buy one of those.
So here's my ask for that police shuttle, is that you get. Oh, it's already beat me to it. Razor Squadron is you've got to have Thrawn, Rook, and Governor Price.
Oh man. I can tell you right now, that's probably not going to happen.
They would never do that, but that would be sick to have those 3 characters in that one.
Again, probably one of the only ways to get those characters into the line.
Yeah. If you got Rook in there, that would be awesome. Him and Thrawn.
So I'm curious. Anybody? We'll pull the trigger on this ghost. #boo. We're going to do the second giveaway here in just a second. But while we're letting the last couple of entries get in, if you do not own a ghost and would like to have a ghost, #boo will enter you into the giveaway. Is anybody in chat who passed on the Falcon? Have you been swayed at all tonight? Maybe no one. Maybe most of you probably already have one. All 70 or so of you, 80 or so of you. What's up, Bry West? Isaac Garcia in here. I'm just curious. Anybody pass, and now after seeing them side by side, you're like, okay, I need to go pick one of those up before they're gone. Maybe,
or you're heavily considering it.
What's that?
Is it, or you're heavily considering it?
Yeah, we've got Brian Mack, who does not have to buy a Visions X-Wing anymore, save some money there, and now he's looking to spend it on the Vault site. He's doing a double take on it.
If you haven't used it yet, and if you haven't bought anything on Vault, you can use the promo code newbie15 to be able to get 15% off of your first purchase, I believe. Is that still active?
Yes, and new accounts, I think there's a lot of people out there that have lots of email addresses, lots of access to new accounts. If that $15 is really, is the sticking point, maybe just use another email address.
Yeah.
And newbie15 gets you, I believe, free shipping and an $85 set.
Yeah, I believe it's free shipping over $50. I think it's like the website.
So I think for $85, anyone who's really into the line that is like, to me, you jump on it at 85 because of how impressive this is. Now, if Vault has a sale and it's 25-30% off, you got to do it. You just got to do it.
Yeah, I think if they had that,
Isaac Garcia, I'm seriously thinking about it now. Yeah. Richard Van Camp says, I'd love the new one. Paul Moadib, just too broke, but wants it more now. I'm sorry to do that to you.
Great name, by the way.
Maybe you get a payday here soon. Let's see. Andrew Cook says, I waited for the Vault Falcon to come out before spending my toy budget for this month. I'm thinking I might check again when I get my budget for next month.
Nice.
Yeah. It is really, really impressive.
It's really impressive, man.
Seeing them side by side. It is.
And seeing it in person. I mean, seeing the pictures, I remember seeing the pictures from San Diego Comic-Con and thinking like, wow, that looks nice. When you open this thing up and you pull the top off of that to see the interior of the back, it's like a slap in the face. Like, wow, I was I was expecting it to look good, but I was not expecting it to look that good.
And, the line has come so far since Series 1.
Oh my gosh, man.
I'm not even sure who designed the Falcon, but that person may not even be on the team anymore. Potentially,
Well, I saw here on the bottom, the stamp here still says 2022 on it. The actual production date is April 17th of 25. But so at least the bottom of it is still the original bottom mold that was used. That still has the same date in it.
So, it looks like several of you have been given a little push to maybe get one, or at least contemplate it more now. I say use the code, pull the trigger. It's great. Hal Runner is waiting for 25% off. That extra $10 is what he's waiting for on that one. Kevin, if we want to go ahead and do this second giveaway here.
Do this giveaway.
How many people do we currently have entered? Hashtag boo. We're giving away the ghost. Giving up the ghost.
40 something.
46. A lot of people already have this, but someone was kind enough to donate one of these, so hopefully it goes to somebody who was on the fence about the ghost and didn't pull the trigger, and now they can get one in their collection for free. We'll give people maybe a little countdown here.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. It's running. Let's see.
I love that Caleb Lloyd entered.
He did. Nice. Joseph Michaels,
who I think might still be in here.
Yeah, the Adventurous Joe.
Yeah.
Just got in there at the last second.
He did. He one of the last few in here. Yeah, just a few minutes ago. Literally 5 minutes ago. Put that.
So yeah, send that information over to. Where should he send his information to, Cole?
You can send your info to microgalaxysquadcast@gmail.com. Anyone else watching can also send in topics or questions or submissions for Community Spotlight, and we will take a look at those as well. Congrats to you, too, for winning tonight. He says, yes, he is still here hanging out with us. Love that. Shoot over that email, and we will get that stuff out to you guys. If you're bummed, next episode, we will have the exact same giveaway set up here. So we will have one more Visions X-Wing and one more Ghost to give away to you guys. So super, super fun. Love doing this kind of thing. Just spreading some good.
Can I send it on IG? Yes. Yeah, send it to
that is fine too.
Micro Galaxy Squadcast is the page.
Yeah. Yep. Moving along. We were there for a while.
Yes.
We are going to jump quickly into, which we skipped last episode, a little bit of news.
It's great.
Now's the segment where we briefly zoom out from the micro galaxy into the wider galaxy of Star Wars, the macro Star Wars galaxy, if you will. Kevin, we had a little update on a movie called Starfighter.
Dude,
And this is a big
pumped.
one. Matt Smith of Morbius fame has been cast as, I believe, the villain in Star Wars Starfighter.
Well, I think both are, right? Him and Mia Goth are both villains.
Yes, I believe they're both potentially villains, I think.
You know, Cole, this is one of those situations where I love this cast right now. This is perfect. Don't add any more big names to this movie, because you add characters in.
Yeah. No more big names. Just fill it out with characters that can maybe grow into the universe.
Yeah, it's like adding like a huge actor like Benicio del Toro, and then with this other in a tiny massive cast, and it's like, how can you possibly get? And then you had Kerry Russell in there as well. It's like, geez,
another tiny part.
All these great actors, and then I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good point, man. You
just can't do that much with those characters.
At this part, you don't want these movies to turn into Ocean's 12 or Ocean's 11.
It doesn't need to be an ensemble cast. It doesn't even have to have a huge name, although I do appreciate it. But it really just needs to be one like, let's have a central character. Let's have a plot that's fun, that's Star Wars based, instead of it being like some crazy thing off the wall. And let's just get back in the galaxy that we know.
Yeah.
You know,
I love this casting. Obviously joking about the Morbius fame, but very famously from Doctor Who, The Crown, and recently House of the Dragon. Great actor. He's got a look for sure. I really dig this casting. Now, I don't know if you know this, Kevin. This is not the first time he has been sort of cast in the Star Wars universe. Do you know this? The lore?
No.
Trades back in the day had him being in Rise of Skywalker. And he kind of later spilled that in an earlier version of Rise of Skywalker, he was going to be a younger or like cloned version of Palpatine.
No kidding.
Yeah. So I don't know if
casting.
I don't know if Ian McDermott was like at some point they were like, hey, we need the nostalgia factor. We're just going to have it be the Emperor again.
Yeah.
But he would have made a great like Palpatine clone or young.
Really?
Palpatine,
you think so?
That was the route they were going to go. I think it would have been awesome. It's also like very Heir to the Empire vibes or Dark Empire.
Okay.
Maybe more Dark Empire with the clone factor there. But man, again, the premise of this movie, I don't know enough to be stoked for this at all, but the casting is really, really cool so far. So I'm cautiously excited about this one.
I'm in, man. Anything, just make it kind of like Top Gun, but Star Wars.
Yeah, which I think is what they were trying to do with Rogue Squadron. That is never going to happen now.
Yeah, which would be great.
Kevin.
Yes.
I don't know if you know this, but every episode we shine a spotlight on cool things going on in the Microgalaxy community. Customs, videos, displays, and of course, your photography. You can send in submissions anytime on Instagram or microgalaxysquadcast@gmail.com. Do we have the pictures I sent you loaded up here?
No.
Okay. So
I don't have those loaded up.
I didn't see them down there. I don't think that's like the quickest fix there.
No, I didn't even get any pictures for the community spotlight tonight.
Of the Falcon? They are pictures of the Falcon.
Oh, okay.
Maybe that was confusing to you.
No, yes, I do have those. Okay, yeah, sorry.
Are they already in the slideshow?
They are already in there.
Okay. So, Facebook member Samuel Piskey, I believe, has been he's taken, and this is why I love this, the new Falcon for customizers is just an even better starting point. If you want to deep dive and add even more and more details, you don't have to waste your time painting the floor, the seats, all of this stuff. You can now just go in with your little teeny tiny 000 brush and just add the teeny tiny details onto the top here. And he has gone in and started adding details here or there. You can see in the first picture, he's added some lines to that. He's painted the torpedoes back there. He's added a wash and some extra paint to 3PO. He's gone in and done all of the buttons and lights and things like that on the cockpit. Very cool. And he's kind of been posting as a work in progress, like updating us on this. And I just love seeing people mess around with these toys. It's fun. People that aren't necessarily like professional miniature painters, you know, getting into it, having fun with it, learning a new skill, and posting along the way. And shout out to Sam. I believe he's one of the few Facebook members I have met in the middle of a hunt. I have met him at a store.
Oh, wow. No kidding.
So that's kind of fun.
Cool.
Yeah, we were there for a like Series 2 launch, I think, looking for maybe Django's Starfighter.
Okay.
I think that's maybe what we were waiting for. One morning they're trying to grab the Django Starfighters. Super nice guy. Just wanted to shout out this process. And again, since we were going over the Falcon, it's an even better starting point for customizers. Very cool work.
Yes, it is. Very
and if
cool.
you're doing the same type of thing, hop in the Facebook group and post pictures. I love seeing it, at least. I think others do as well.
Yeah, me too. Always fun
All right,
to see what
Kevin.
people are doing out there.
220.
Yeah. Speaking of
rambled
work,
long
hey
enough.
Kevin, how's the Gazanti cruiser going? Did you? I posted a bunch of pictures today of the interior. The interior is complete. So, I have some other crates here that are on the floor by my feet that I'd printed that I might end up finishing up and putting in there as well. But yep, I've got a new stand going right now, literally on the 3D printer right now because I want to modify the stand, and then I'm going to attach some TIE fighters to the bottom of it, take some pictures, and
that has been a project and a half. I feel like that's been at least 2 months now.
It's been about 2 months, from the first print that I did to getting it to this point. Way more work than I was anticipating.
And you know, about the time you finish it, they're going to announce that they're going to do one.
Yeah, right. Although I don't think that they would do one that would be this big.
That big.
I mean, this thing is pretty huge. It's a couple feet long. But yeah, I don't think it's even designed to be that big, to be perfectly honest. From some of the pictures I've seen, it's like just a little bigger than an AT-AT. This thing is massive. So, yeah, thanks for the question.
Yeah, I figured we might get a little update on that. How far do you think you're realistically away from finishing this project?
Well, I got to get those stands printed. I want to do the things there for the TIE fighters, and then also for the AT-AT, so it can sit on top of that. And then,
so realistically, you think 2 weeks, or are we talking longer?
No, definitely less than 2 weeks.
So next episode 15 rolls around. We might need to community spotlight this project.
I may have it. Let me grab it really quick so you can see it right now.
We'll save it for episode 15.
Well,
I want to do like a legit reveal of it. I know you've kind of shown it off before.
Yeah, we'll do a full
next episode,
reveal.
Let's do like a legit showing it off so people can see it.
Okay. We'll do it then. You can see it right there on the floor.
Yeah, your name's kind of covering it. Yeah. It's so big. That's insane. And I think people will once you show that off, I think people will realize, oh yeah, it's hard to do those larger ships. The Gozanti, one of the smaller kind of capital size ships.
Yeah.
So
it's very hard to do.
Who knows how they'll do Star Destroyers if they get to those. I still hope that that's coming. Maybe hopefully next year. Maybe. Oh man. Last second question here. Hal Runner says, "Are you guys backing the HasLab gunship?" I have backed the Razor Crest. Now, Kevin, I know you're not into TVC, right?
Right.
You're more of a dabbler in the 6-inch and a micro guy through and through.
Yep.
I'm unfortunately kind of into everything. I backed the Razor Crest. I backed the Ghost. Was there anything in between?
I don't think Star Wars related. No.
Okay. Yeah, chat. Let me know. I did not back.
Oh, there was the Cantina. The Cantina.
Ah, yeah, that's it. So I did not do the Cantina. I missed the boat with the sail barge. Unfortunately, I'd love to have one. But I did do Razor Crest. I did do the Ghost. Man, this one, I think, for me right now, it's amazing. It looks, they killed it. The details, the size, everything. Really, really cool. But at that price point and size, I don't think it's something I have to have in my collection. When I have a shelf of 5 really, really cool ones already that fit in one shelf, and I've got all the different versions. I'm not swapping panels and things like that, like the HasLab. Munilist 10, big deal. Maybe if it was the Munilist 10, I might, but
there was a Rancor
I don't think
as
the
well.
Jabba's throne room playset was technically a HasLab.
There was a
Rancor.
Rancor.
A little bit of confusion because it kind of looked that way on the Australian version of the site at one point, but not technically a HasLab. I did buy that though. I do really like Jabba's throne room. All right, and Kevin, I assume you're out on that one, right? No reason for that to be your gateway into TVC.
No.
Yeah. Anybody in chat picking it up? Yeah, Rancor didn't fund. Yeah. I didn't like the offerings with that one, so I didn't back that either.
Now everybody gets their money back, right?
For sure. Yeah, they're not stealing from people. So I don't know if people totally understand this. And Kevin, this might be a larger discussion down the road. This one is actually not Hal Runner says he backed 1. It's really cool, but this is actually one of the worst performing ones to this point in the campaign. I actually think it's trending below the Rancor that did not get made. The only thing worse would be Riva's lightsaber that didn't get made. That was pretty disastrous. But
Riva's lightsaber, they tried to do a crowdfund for that?
Yeah, it was terrible. It was like 1,000 people or something. It was real bad. But yeah, yeah, I don't know, man. I'm out on this one, but I think there's been some discussion around a JasLab, if you will. And last night in the last day, I think the this G.I. Joe one funded and hit the tiers. In the last couple days, it kind of funded and hit the tiers, but it had lagged for a while. And this gunship is really lagging behind the others. There's another He-Man one going on right now that I don't believe has funded. So we're kind of seeing there's a little bit of, I don't know if it's fatigue or economy or what's going on, but I think these crowdfunded projects aren't doing as well as they were maybe 2 years ago right now. So is this the right time to try and do a Jazzwares crowdfunded project? So I don't know. We might have to discuss that down the road, but interesting stuff to think about and data to watch.
Yeah.
As always, you can find me at Micro Galaxy Squadron on Instagram, Micro Squadron on Twitter, youtubes.com/Micro Galaxy Squadron. Kevin, where would you like the good people to find you?
You can find me at Instagram and YouTube at Kevin's Microfleet. And then I've got an Etsy page as well. You can find the description there. For anybody that's looking for flight stands, I do have wall mounts actually for the Falcon, which is cool. I mean, I think personally it's really cool because you can really like put it anywhere, and you can put it at angles too, although I have them set up the way that I do. And I do have one for the Ghost as well. So
yeah, I
haven't posted that one, but I will.
These days, the Rare Friday stream. Thank you guys for jumping on a different day. I think we had, at one point, maybe close to 100 of you on at one time, which is super, super fun for us being on a different day. A lot of you hanging out with us for the full 2.5 hours. We appreciate you guys so much. Next episode, episode 15, we will have the same giveaways. So if you didn't win tonight, we will have another Visions X-Wing and another Ghost set to give away. So hopefully you guys will hang out with us again in 2 weeks, and maybe we'll have a new Vault offering to talk about. I sure hope so.
I sure hope so too.
Fingers crossed. And who knows, man? We might have an Arc 170 in hand.
Let's hope so. That would be sweet.
I'm not putting money on it, but it would be amazing.
Yeah, right. I know it would be.
Oh man, we'll see. We'll see what comes. But until then, we'll be squadding out.
Squadding out, everybody. See you next time.